Hello and welcome into the Irish NFL show. We are 100 days away from the new NFL season, and one player in particular we're looking forward to seeing come week one in Minnesota for the Tampa Bay Bucks is their first round pick, Calijah Kancey. Calijah, you're very welcome to the Irish NFL show.
Thank you, man. Thank you guys for having me, man. It was an honor.
Calijah, obviously you're in Tampa now, but we have to reflect on your time in Pitt. And I suppose when the draft was complete and you were selected at 19, there was a great kind of pride, and you could see it within the social media reaction within Pitt from your former head coach and various different people within the organization. When you reflect on your time there, how crucial was that for getting you ready to be a professional player?
Now, I want to thank the University of Pittsburgh and all my coaches at the University of Pittsburgh, just doing a great job preparing preparing us younger athletes, college athletes, getting us ready for the next level, helping us put our best foot forward. I think they did a great job. They're doing a great job over at Pitt.
We've seen over the course of the last few years in the draft, some organizations tend to pick a number of players from the same college. We've seen it with the Eagles this year, and you're no stranger there because you also have another Pitt player that's come with you. He was drafted in the late round in Davis. How helpful is it for you to have, I suppose, a familiar face there, and both of you experienced the same piece in terms of, I suppose, becoming pro players?
I mean, that's awesome, man. To go from college into the pros with your Mike linebacker is everything. It's a great opportunity for us to learn together and just take on this journey together.
I was telling you before that we started that despite the fact that college football isn't as big on this little island as it is obviously in the States, your name was known over here. And that was in part, we had Connor Rogers on the show with us, and he was one of your favorite, or you were one of his favorite prospects in the draft. And I want to take you back to the combine. I know you had talked about it in the lead up. You were going there to show off your talent and your ability.
Yes,
So what you did wasn't a surprise to you, right?
no sir.
But and I suppose, but obviously, like in terms of look with the time you ran in the 40 and the focus that got, it put you in the national spotlight, the international spotlight. Obviously, people who are familiar with your game and yourself knew what to expect. But what was it like for the additional focus? What was that like to deal with all of the extra attention that the NFL and the NFL world brings?
I think it was a great opportunity for me to get my name out there. I think it was a great opportunity actually. Just being able to perform at the highest level with all eyes on me. I think that was awesome. I think that helped boost and put some buzz around my name because as a defensive tackle is not much to talk about, and me doing what I did at the combine helped like bring make my name a big topic. So that's I think that was a great opportunity for me.
Well, you certainly made the most of that, and I know that on your Twitter account you have a quote from Dwight Freeney as your pinned tweet, and
Yes,
it's interesting. I was talking to JP Acosta from SB Nation, another Florida guy, just last week, and Dwight's one of his favorite all-time NFL players. We were discussing that. We were discussing interior, exterior, pass rush, different moves that guys have, and how you go about your business, and how it's fascinating to watch. Like you can take a
sir.
play and you can just watch the guys try and get to the QB. And that's fascinating in and of itself. I suppose I'm interested in your view on that, and maybe some of the guys that you have kind of look to and you've taken, because look, we're all magpies no matter whether you work in education or you work in pro football. There are going to be
Yes.
moves, there are going to be things you learn. For we know Von Miller does his pass rush summit. Who are some of the players that you have looked to, and I suppose what are your inspirations when you take to the field?
A lot of players I've looked to is such as like Aaron Donald. Now with me having guys on my team who I could look to and help me make my game and take my game to the next level is I want to say Deidre, Sanat, Vita. I want to say Greg. I want to say Connor. A lot of those guys is helping me take my game to the next level. Just helping me break down the playbook and the offensive schemes and stuff like that, and things that I'll be seeing at the next level. I think those guys, and here at in Tampa Bay in the defensive line room is helping me take my game to the next level.
Calijah, I suppose a lot of defensive changes within Tampa this offseason. A number of players have left, but Levante David is still there, and he obviously went to your local school growing up as well. Has he taken you under his wing and kind of leading you down the right path in terms of what to expect going into the NFL?
Yes, he actually reached out to me when I got drafted and stuff like that. He's a great guy, great leader, and man, it's always great to have a connection with someone at the higher level when you guys went to the same high school. So I think that's awesome as well.
And I suppose in terms of, you're now into OTAs and that transition from college to pro, how different is it, or is it that different?
It's actually different, but then again, it's the same. I mean, at the end of the day, it's football, but at this level, it's about understanding football more and just being a pro, just approaching and attacking every day, learning how to get better every day and why you're doing it every day. Just know the why behind you, like why you're doing it, and just being able to attack the day and be a pro. A lot of guys, like when you're in college, you just kind of go through the motion and get away with it. So I feel like here at the next level, you gotta be attention to detail, and that's something that Coach Todd Bowles like put emphasis on.
Well, you're not a guy who I think takes anything for granted ever. And I know this question. I know every game is important, but we all know that when the schedule comes out, there's some games that will stand out maybe more than others. I'm wondering for you, there's lots of games I'm sure you've circled. Is it that opening game against Minnesota or against the Vikings up in Minnesota in that stadium? Is it the opportunity to go up against the Eagles and their kind of O-line, which they're kind of so famous for? Is it the opportunity? I know you've mentioned in the past that Javon Hargrave is a player that you've looked to taking on the 49ers. What are the games maybe that kind of stand out on the schedule for you?
Honestly, I'm just living in the moment, man. I'm attacking every day as if it's the last, and I just want to live in the moment. I just want to help the team out as much as possible. There's no games exactly that's circled on the calendar just yet. And then again, I'm just a rookie, and I'm following the veteran guy's path.
Calijah, there has been no games. You've still been busy at the various different camps in which the OTAs, which have been taking place over the past few weeks, and some more to come, and then obviously in June. What's the final experience? Final question: what's that experience been like so far? I suppose you touched on Levante David there, but generally mixing with all the players.
It's been great getting to know all the players. With me being the new guy on the team, and a lot of older guys is just bringing me in with open arms as a younger brother, and just me being able to learn everyone and get to know everyone and talk to my teammates so that we build that bond and we're able to compete and have each other's back on the field.
Well, we saw the video when you arrived at the Bucs facility and the welcome that you got. I know from the opportunity to talk to you here, but also reading about you, seeing your college career, that level of commitment that you are going to bring, and that living in the moment, and that you, whether it's on the training field or during game day, you will bring it. We want to wish you all the very best, the luck of the Irish, and hopefully maybe we can welcome you back on to the Irish NFL show at some point in the future. We've no doubt that you are going to be a superstar in the NFL.
Man, thank you guys so much for having me, man. I appreciate it.